So what's up, guys? It's been a long time. Welcome back to the channel. We got a huge collection update today. There's gonna be all formats and even some merch. So usually we start off by popping up a beer and drinking it, but this time we're going to go a little bit in a different way because I want to show you some merch that I got. It will be a little bit hard because I'm in limited space here, but I'm gonna try my best to show you the prints. So there will be 3 t-shirts, and I'm gonna also show you 1 CD. Why I'm gonna do it in this format is because 3 bands out of the 4 that are on the merch and the CD I've already in-depth talked about on this channel. So I'm just gonna run through them, then we'll go open the beer and then we'll, you know, start the regular stuff. So let's start off with the first one. This is all our t-shirts. So this is the first t-shirt. This is Credimus from Russia. One-sided print, as you can see. Hopefully I'm doing my best to show you. This is the 2000 the band is established in 2015 in Moscow, Russia. Amazing orthodox black metal. They released a compilation of their 2 EPs in 2020 on Cold Sword Productions. It was limited and sold out. This is the cover print of that compilation, like an angel. Credimus, one-man band project basically. I know that new stuff is in the works, so I'm waiting for that. If you haven't heard Credimus from Russia, you need to check it out, especially if you like Russian scene and or the Slavic scene in black metal. Like I said, very orthodox black metal, very quality stuff, amazing riffs, cold atmosphere. So yeah, this is Credimus. I have to also mention one thing, special thanks to the band and the man behind the project. This was a present from him. Thank you very much. If you want to see my in-depth review, you can check out my previous videos, you will find it there. And also all links to everything will be, to every band will be in the description below, and labels as well. So yeah, this is Credimus. So moving forth, another t-shirt. Let's take a look into this one. This one is Süngehel, Throne of Desolator. Süngehel are a band that I talked about and showed the full discography. The band is from Estonia, Tallinn, my hometown, established in 2012. As the cover, as you can see by the cover, basically you know what you're getting. You're getting some bestial war black metal. Süngehel is very good. They mix it up with female vocals and male vocals. It's very satanic, very blasphemy sounding, basically black metal. One of the top bands from Estonia. If you are interested in finding new bands from other countries that you haven't listened to, you need to check out Süngehel. This is a top band from Estonia. Like I said, bestial black metal. And okay, the last t-shirt is from an infamous and controversial band. A band from Poland, a band that is established in 1997, a long-running band. As you can see, Infernal War. So yeah, this is from the Redesecration album. Back print as well. Very nice quality, burning churches, everything is done on the cult level. Also there's this print on the sleeve, which I dig a lot. Yeah, there you go. Very cool stuff. This is released by Ancient Dead Productions. So it's limited to 80 copies. I think it's sold out already. But if you can get your hands on this, yeah. And if you like Infernal War, with their cold, fast, furious, hating black metal, then this is definitely for you. So yeah, Ancient Dead, 80 copies, and this was Infernal War. So that's the merch part. Now let's do a CD. Again, the band that I showed on this channel already. We had the tape version of this release. Now we have a CD. I also showed the other stuff by this band. So if you want to check that out, scroll through my previous videos. Okay, this is this one. Goatsmegma. Demonic Goatsmegma eating ritual. As you can already understand by the title, let's see if I can get this thing out first, because it's always hard. Yeah, as you can see by the title, this is basically some bestial black metal mixed with war black metal. Very harsh stuff. Worth noting that this project is also from Estonia, also one of the top projects here. As you can see, maybe it's Jesus and Mary, they're having the time of their lives with some demonic goats. The guys in question are here, total goat worship. So yeah, this is a project from Estonia, and the project shares the members of Süngehel, the band that I showed you previously on the t-shirt. So it's like their sister bands. Let's take a look at the CD. Yeah, musically it's a mix of archgoat, revenge, blasphemy. If you're into this kind of stuff, you will definitely enjoy Goatsmegma. The band also made some positive noise already. They were signed, or maybe they are still signed to Nuclear War now. Nuclear War released their split last year with the Antichrist. Very solid stuff. Antichrist from Canada. That was, yeah, one of the best splits I've listened to, and yeah, this is very good stuff. Released by Morbid Chapel Records, the CD version. And the CD version is limited to 500 copies, but I think you still can get the CD version. I showed you the tape before. The tape was limited to 48 copies, I think. Yeah, and released by, if I'm not mistaken, Trash Can Dance, which is a local Estonian label, sort of speaking. Yeah, but this one should be still available, and you can get it through, for example, Süngehel's Facebook or Goatsmegma's. You can contact Goatsmegma directly. So yeah, amazing stuff from Estonia. Bestial war black metal. If you're into this stuff, this is definitely for you. Check them out, don't miss out. Alright, so now let's take a small break. This is the stuff that I have showed, not previously, but I showed, for example, Credimus tape, Goatsmegma tape, the whole discography of Süngehel. So what are we drinking today? We are drinking this Spice Odyssey, Anderson Craft, very spacey vibe. Now this is a small microbrewery from Estonia. Also, here you go, dark sweet beer with gingerbread spices. Only 3.4 degrees of alcohol, so very light stuff, even though the beer I think is dark. Yeah, so one of the smallest microbreweries around here. They mostly specialize, I think, in producing these kinds of beers with low alcohol, but they do them in special ways. Like they have, for example, basilic beer, they have apple pie beer, you know, stuff like this. So this is a gingerbread beer with spices. It's called Oatmeal Stout. So yeah, let's open it, pour it, have a taste, and then we'll continue with our update, right? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, like I said, I think it's dark, and it is dark. So usually they are very good and very light. Okay, so yeah, smells really good. So cheers. Yeah, very nice stuff. I'm usually not a big fan of porters at all, but I mean, for 3.4 degrees and with spices, it's gotta be fucking good, right? Okay, so let's move on, as we have a lot of stuff to go through. So, Panzer War. Next one is Panzer War. I don't think anybody already needs any introduction to Panzer War. The project has made a lot of noise lately. Run by one man, goes by the name of Gautas or Gautas. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. So this is 2020 EP released by Cold Sword Productions, limited to 50 copies. The project itself was established in 2017, and for a project that is established in 2017, it has quite a big discography. There's like 12 releases, I think, splits, demos, EPs, full length. The project is from Canada. Basically, you can describe it as a bit of anti-Christian, pagan, black metal. This certain release to me feels like a soundtrack to, I don't know, I felt like a soundtrack to Vikings runs, you know, when Vikings did runs on some villages and towns, on Christian towns. There are vicious riffs here, war drums, yet sometimes it goes into a very melodic mood, and sometimes it even goes into, I would say, doomy mood. But overall feel is like, yeah, you're on some Viking run and you're about to pillage the Christian village. So amazing stuff from Canada. Again, like I said, Panzer War doesn't need any introduction at this point. Been making a lot of noise and making a lot of noise rightfully. Amazing stuff from an amazing project. Yeah, Panzer War. Warlord. Check him out if you haven't. I always want to say Panzerfaust for some reason, you know. If I actually had said Panzerfaust before, like, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I almost want to say Panzerfaust. Yeah, Panzer War. Cheers. In the back, by the way, we're listening to Marduk Frontschwein, an album that desperately needs a reissue on vinyl. It's been, what, 6 years already? Come on. Okay, moving forth. This is Nördmör, Blood of the North. This is actually how it's spelled, Nördmör. So Nördmör are a band from Russia, Krasnoyarsk. This is a 2020 full-length release, also released by Cold Sword Productions. The first demo the band actually released was in 2016, so we can assume that the project is somewhere from that time. Come on, focus here. As you can see, true Siberian black metal, limited to 30 copies, hand numbered. This is number 7. Also very beautiful like layout here, kind of reminds you something from Lord of the Rings or again medieval times. So this one is run by also one man, goes by the name of Sardas, if I'm not mistaken in the pronunciation. Yeah. So orthodox black metal, very furious vocals. Interesting thing about this one is also the instrumental passages. Instrumental passages have an epic pagan feel to it, but a bit different from Panzer War, which we talked about previously. This is more like sitting by the fire after the crusade, you know, enjoying your loot. It's something like something that feels like very epic, very melodic, very maybe Lord of the Rings kind of stuff, where they sit near fire like after a day of walking or fighting, something like that. It's very solid stuff. I really enjoyed it. So again, if you're into, for example, Russian scene, check this out. I think it's sold out, but there was a huge demand for it, so they actually repressed it. But I think the repress is also sold out. But yeah, check it out. Nördmör, Blood of the North. Alright, so next one. Next one is this one. A lot of you might know it. It has been on some people's lips and tongues for quite some time. So this is Vampire Night Curse, or if you would say in English, Vampire Night Curse. So 2019, I think, release. through Cold Sword. Again, this one is limited to 50 copies. This one is sold out. It was highly waited for. People really dig this one and they bought it up immediately. As you can see, the layout is very old school. Also one-man project. Goes by the name of Anger. In its essence, this is a raw black metal. It has this mood, you know, where it goes through all kinds of pace temps. So it goes from slow to mid tempo, then it goes to fast. Basically it's grim, it's cold, melancholic, yet atmospheric, sometimes dramatic, I would say. There's definitely elements of dramatism in this one because it's, again, connected with vampires. I would even say, I would go even as far as calling it something like necromantic at times. High-pitched vocals, gloomy atmosphere. There's a mutilation cover on here, and basically this is what you need to know about this one. If you like mutilation, you will definitely love Vampire, or Vampyrj, how it says, Night Curse, yeah. So yeah, if you like raw black metal with dramatic vampiric elements in it, you will definitely enjoy this one. So yeah, check it out. The project is originally from Ukraine. So if it's from Ukraine, you know what you're getting. Solid stuff. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a drink. Cheers, guys. I hope you are doing well as well. Our post is working like shit. I'm getting a lot of records. A lot of stuff is coming in, but I barely can send anything out, which sucks ass because I need to send some stuff to people. Yeah, pretty good beer. Yeah, let me see it again. Does it actually say it? Yeah, it says oatmeal. Tastes like oatmeal. Yeah, interesting. But my favorite from this brewery is still the apple pie one. Alright, so let's move on. Surprise, surprise, we have something that is not black metal, finally. Amazing. So this is Anotherside, Death Eternal. And this is, surprise, surprise, death metal. Finally, something that is not just black metal. So Anotherside is a band from also Russia, Moscow. Death metal. This is a 2019 EP. Released again by Cold Sword Productions, limited to 50 copies. As you can see, we have 4 tapes from Cold Sword today. So yeah, death metal. What can I say about this one? This is a very interesting project. Has a very brutal vocals, but they resemble the vocals of old school death metal. The riffs are like really hard, skull crushing, heavy. Sometimes there's a solo in there and they feel a bit of melodic. What's interesting to me about this project, like, it's how it's overall done. Yeah, it's done overall so perfectly that this is one of those rare projects that can appeal to old school death metal fans and to the fans that like more brutal stuff, you know. So it kind of satisfies everybody, surprisingly, which rarely happens, but this one is. Also, I feel like the death metal scene in Russia for the last 5 years, I think, has been on its highest peak. And surprisingly, not a lot of people notice this. There are bands like Gosudar, Morbital, Anotherside. You can even kind of characterize Pseudogod as death metal or black and death metal. What else? Occult. Very solid bands. The bands that you hear and you immediately like their music. Especially you would like to see those bands live, like this one, because they create this kind of banging atmosphere. and you can understand that the live experience will be definitely worth it to check this out. Yeah, I mean, like, go and check out the whole Russian scene in death metal. You will be very surprised at how actually good it is. It's overshadowed by black metal scene completely, but I'm guessing it's not that fair, in my opinion. So yeah, like, check out Государь, Morbital, Occult, Anotherside, Pseudogod. Yeah, and this is another side, Death Eternal. Amazing death metal from Russia. Alright, so what do we have next? Next we have a project from Australia. So there you go. This is this. Let's take it out and let's talk about this. So this is Burier, In Communion with Death, released by Goatsmegma. I think it's limited to 100 copies. It's sold out. I think it's sold out from everywhere. The tape versions are definitely sold out. So yeah, Burier, run by one man who goes by the Burier name. I think the project, if I'm not mistaken, was established in 2018. The project already has some, I think, 4 main albums, I think, yeah, or maybe I'm mistaken. It's 2 demos and 2 full lengths, but basically these are the full lengths. I think demos, yeah, demos, and these are the full lengths. This is the first full length. So 2020, In Communion with Death. What can I say about this album? This is a megalith of an album, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Very beautiful layout as well. First of all, it's worth noting that the album goes for 1 hour and 16 minutes. So you can understand this is a very long piece. From ambient passages to sudden razor-like guitars, overall feel is like a journey through nature, maybe, because there's like the artist complements the sounds of nature into some tracks. So yeah, it's like you're on a mysterious journey, basically, and it's taking you deeper and deeper and deeper. I read the quote from the artist behind the project, and he says this one is made to pull you down into the dark unknown, and it basically succeeds in this in a very good way, because yeah, I mean, for 1 hour and 16 minutes to keep a listener constantly engaged and constantly on the edge of their seats and create this haunting, dreadful atmosphere with some of the best chaotic raw black metal, it's definitely a monumental achievement, in my opinion. So yeah, this is Burier, In Communion with Death, released by Goatsmegma. It's sold out. This is a 2020 release. So next up is actually another album from Burier. So here we go. Also surprisingly, 2020 release. This is Burier, Welding Malignity. Yeah, Malignity. Welding Malignity. This one is completely different from the last one, and in my opinion it's actually even better than the last one, even though it's a bit different. First of all, it's not 1 hour and 16 minutes long, but it's just 40 minutes long, and nothing takes away from that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's still as brilliant as the first one, as amazing as the first one, as solid as the first one. There is a track here called Exo Suffering, and it definitely pays homage to Dark Throne, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like it's paying an homage to Dark Throne. And Valley of Steel and I forgot what. Valley of Steel and Shadows. Yeah, the last track here, track 7, has this awesome solo. It starts off with an awesome solo. So it's again it has ambient noises in it. As the author describes this album, and I completely agree with him, it's an expression of rage, pain, and horror. So yeah, again, this is one of the best fast, chaotic black metal albums, raw black metal albums that I heard in a long time. So it just destroys the listener, completely immerses you in the atmosphere of, like the author says, rage, pain, and terror. So yeah, this is Burier. Welding Malignity, also 2020 release, so the man has been working really hard and can't wait to hear more from him. Go to Warx, also sold out. Alrighty. So yeah, let's have a drink and then we'll continue again. Cheers guys, hope you're safe. Hope the restrictions will be lifted by summer at least, maybe, but who knows, probably not. Okay, last tape for today, it's this one. Catacombs. Okay, I don't of course speak French, but I'll try to read it. Accueille le diable. So, Catacombs, established in 2015, originally from France, as I understood. Now the main person behind the project moved to Quebec, so you can understand that the guy incorporates best parts from both scene, French and Quebec scene, which is kind of amazing. Originally this is a 2018 release. This is an EP. This one is released by Obscurant Visions, a new label from Russia. Label that has been releasing very solid stuff, like Old Nick, for example, which you might have bought from this label. Hand numbered, number 36 out of 50. You can pause and read the message here. So this is also a one-man project. The guy behind the project goes by the name of Le Démonique. So yeah, a very beautiful tape, really like the color, nice stuff. So yeah, the guy goes by the name of Le Démonique. It's a very melodic black metal. It has a medieval feel to it. At some points I would even say this is like a decadence black metal. It's very interesting. The most interesting part, of course, about this is it's very good, but what it has going on for it, in some points it has accordion. I'm 100% sure this is an accordion. At least I hope I'm 100% sure this is accordion. So yeah, it's very interesting. Blends accordion into black metal. Also, only the French and Quebec scene would put cheese and wine on a black cheese, wine, bread on a black metal album cover, and they can get away with it because the music is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, if you're into Quebec scene, if you like bands like Fortress, or you're into French scene, I'll definitely check Catacombs out. Some solid, amazing stuff. You will definitely enjoy this. So yeah, Catacombs, Acquire le Diable, Obscurant Vision, 50 copies. I think there are still some copies left on the Obscurant Vision site. Like I said, all the links will be in the description below. Check them out. Alright, so now we're moving into vinyl. As you can see, a lot of stuff today. So next up is going to be a vinyl. Let me take it out here. Okay, here we go. It's this one. So this is a Vampirska from USA, established in 2018. This is a 2020 release. Torturous Omens of Blood and Candle Wax. Again, this is released on Obscurant Visions. This one is limited to 130 copies because the overall run was 270 were released on some color variant. I don't remember which color variant it was, but yeah, as you can see, very beautiful layout, everything is done perfectly, very solid stuff basically. Let's take a look closer at the front cover, very old school, a bit of gloss going on, the usual candles, vampiric stuff. So as the name suggests, Vampiriska, it's a what you would call vampiric black metal. So let's take a look at the record quickly. I'm not gonna pull it entirely out, it's just yeah, you can see it's a black record with just regular center labels. So this is center label 1, this one is more cooler, this is a center label 2. In the background you might see in the reflection some balloons, it's because my kids had birthday. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so it's also one-man project, I think, at least it's unknown. This one is very interesting. Mood is set immediately by the intro, and the intro is this ominous organ sounding instrumental passage basically. So there's an organ in it. Comes with 2 posters. What I really dig about this is that the posters are different from the cover of the album. This is, in my opinion, this is always a bonus. Yeah, this one is very cool as well. So yeah, so you get to first experience the intro, which is, like I said, this organ instrumental passage, which basically sets the mood as you experience like you're in old horror vampire movies. There are echoes on the background of the music. In its core, it's a filthy raw black metal, lo-fi, yet the riffs are very melodic. It sometimes feels like you're listening to the whole album at the same time, because the flow of the album is so organic. It feels like an ocean, you know, it's like made for you to drown in, I would say. Even, yeah, like that, I would say. It's very good stuff. Yeah, and it's like listening to one piece. So this is amazing stuff. For me, if you have a chance, go listen to maybe on Bandcamp. This is Vampiriska, Torturous Omens of Blood and Candle Wax by Obscurant Visions. Limited to 130 copies, but I think it's pretty much sold out. Maybe a repress sometimes, or maybe a CD. But yeah, definitely check it out. Do yourself a favor. Alright. So we got a couple of more hitters here. Cheers. Okay, now we're moving into Asrar. And Asrar usually has some controversial stuff, but not now. Now we're gonna look into just regular stuff. And then I'm gonna do a trigger warning, as I usually do. So, this one. This is a split, actually. So I'm gonna show you first side first and tell you about the first side, and then we'll move to another side. So like I said, this is a split. 2020 Astra release. I think it's limited to 100 copies and it's already sold out. So this side that we're looking on is from a band called Veštac. I hope I pronounced it right. Surprisingly, Metal Archives lists this band as being from Italy, which I don't think they are from Italy, because Veštac is sounds like something from Balkans, and if I translated it right, it means wizard or warlock. So I would go with the band as being from Balkans. So 2 members. One goes by the Drekavets name, which is a mythical creature from Slavish folklore. Basically, it's a soul of a non-baptized dead child. You'll see the child if you meet the child in the woods or somewhere, you will die. The second one goes by Svarog. Most people know who Svarog is, one of the main gods of Slavs, god of fire. So this one is called Souls Exhumation on the Pyres of Transcension. Pretty hard name. Let's take a closer look. Very old school, beautiful style of artwork as usual. Amazing stuff. The band is quite new actually. I think there's they have one more album or an EP before this one, and that's it. First 30 seconds of this piece of the first song, basically you get like a long howling vocals, very slow melody, and then suddenly it explodes into torturous screams. It significantly picks up pace. It has cold, melancholic riffs that are sometimes repeating, of course. And then there is a point when the music completely stops, and there's like a drum that basically resembles the heartbeat, as I understood. And the vocals are done in this way that they combine with the drum that resembles the heartbeat, and you feel like you're in some ritual, basically. Yeah. So very ritualistic black metal, you can say. Very solid stuff from this band. When I listened to this, I wanted to find their album and pick it up. Now, the other side. The other side, a lot of people know this band. One of the most talked about bands currently. This is of course Mäleficentt, established in 2008 in US. This side is called The Legends of the Ancient Ones. Screaming vocals. There are flute passages there, like there's a presence of flute, so the guy behind the project spices up a bit. He knows what to do. Furious tempo. Tracks again are like continuation of each other, so there's an organic flow. Basically, Mäleficentt is one of those projects that you can label flawless, in my opinion. 2019 and 2020, the project had 2 albums released, and they were sold out immediately. I think now you can only get them on CD. I know Death Cult is going to do a tape version of those, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe they're doing the demos. Yeah, or maybe they're doing, or maybe he's doing, the Dan is doing everything. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So to me, Mäleficentt is flawless project. Let's take a look inside. So the whole split is just amazing. It's one of the best splits I've ever listened to. The bands complete each other very organically. They flow through each other. The energy is there. Again, I'm not sure if you can still get this split, but if you can, I would highly urge you to pick this up, because it's just an amazing. Okay, let's take a quick look at the center labels. Yeah, this one, just the regular black vinyl. Nothing really special, but it still is cool. This one is this. Yep. Yeah, so if you have money, or if it's still available, or if you want to get it, try looking for it. It's definitely worth picking up. Amazing split. So this is Veštac and Mäleficentt, released by Azrar. Hungry copies, and looks to be probably sold out, but check it out. Alright, so trigger warning. The next 2 are gonna piss people off. They're gonna piss people off because of the names and the covers of the albums. So to me it's just music, like I said before. I'm just gonna call them, like I usually do, controversial bands. And yeah, if you're easily offended, or your heart's, or you're just, I don't know, a bit soft on this kind of subject, then maybe you should look away. We're diving into NSBM. There's nothing like super offensive about this covers that I'm gonna show you, but like I said, it's just a trigger warning. Some people find everything offensive, so cheers to them. And let's take a look into what we have. So the last two. So we're starting off with this one. This is WSS, or as you of course can understand, Waffen-SS, the new dawn of white power. So yeah, as you can see by the title and by the cover art, this is pure NSBM. Now let's take a look at the backside. Of course, released by Asrar. This one, yeah, limited to 200 copies. I think there might be still copies available on the Asrar website. I'm not entirely sure. So this project started in 2001 in Italy. As you can see, of course, it started in Italy. There's a lot of homage to Benito Mussolini. You can read if you want. So yeah, a lot of homage to Benito Mussolini. One-man project. It was released 4 demos, 2 splits, 1 EP. What happened next is a bit unclear, because information states that in 2000, again Ducci, in 2004 the guy behind the project left the project. He was the only member. Center labels are actually interesting done. Yeah, so he left the project because he changed his political views. But the full length was released in 2005, so it's unclear whether he left the music scene or whether he left the whole ideology behind, because again, this one was released in 2005, and the guy who actually goes by the name here, Catacombs, yeah, it says he left, but then the album was released, and then in 2008 he was like featured on a split with other bands. So I mean, and this one is re-released, so he has to at least give the permission for re-releasing his stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, talking too much about nonsense. So this is actually very solid NSBM stuff, musically wise, of course. Epic, grandiose sounding. There are clean chants, clean vocals. Of course, it has the feeling of elitism. Very strong feeling of elitism. Hateful, aggressive, yet catchy riffs. The only thing that might be off to you here is the drums, because the drums are programmed. But it never actually takes away anything from the overall sound and the overall feeling of this album. So yeah, very solid stuff. If you can get behind, away from the political message and the political themes of the album and just enjoy some black metal, you will definitely find Waffen-SS to be really, really good, surprisingly. Yeah, like I said, if you're open-minded, not easily offended, check it out. Waffen-SS, the new dawn of white power. Of course, one more thing I want to mention. Of course, like with any other NSBM band, there has to be a cover here. And here it's a cover of a band from England, as I understand, Screwdriver, one of the famous NS rock bands of those times. It's funny how every album has a cover of Screwdriver, in my opinion. Like, usually, yeah, not every, but I mean, like, you know what I mean, like, they need to pay the homage to Screwdriver. Yeah, so yeah, Waffen-SS, the new dawn of white power. Check it out. Okay, last one. Ooh. Yeah, we've been talking for 45 minutes, so I'm guessing the video will be 50 minutes long. Cheers, and let's finish it up. So last one. The last one has the most offensive cover. It's so simplistic, yet it's so offensive. So please look away. It's a 7-inch. I'm gonna show it from the back first. It's surprising how simple it is, but how easily people will get pissed off. So it's this one. It's very glossy cover. So released by We Are at War Records, Wolfkireg and Todesstrafe. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Todesstrafe. That's the right pronunciation. Todesstrafe split. Wolfkireg and Todesstrafe split. So Wolfkireg is presented by 2 songs, Todesstrafe by 1 song. Let's start by Wolfkireg, with Wolfkireg. So Wolfkireg are from Russia. Of course they play an SBM. 2 band members. The project was established in 2008. And the project has a huge discography. Like, guys have been working really hard, and this discography is just very huge. In its core, it's pagan black death metal, very dynamic, harsh. The vocals are shouting, and there are some very low epic synths added in the background. So overall, it's very solid stuff. Now let's talk about the second band, Todesstrafe. Todesstrafe means death penalty in German, but the band is from Italy. Established in 2017. In 2017, yeah, and in 2020 they also released 2 albums, which a lot of people enjoyed, and the albums actually became cult classic. Again, 2 guys behind the project also. This one starts very interesting. It starts with 1930s, 1940s German themed like music. I don't think it's a march. I think it's like the music that they used to play in the cabarets or something like that. Vocals here are like torturous screams. It screams the whole concept of the one song that it presents, screams of epicness. There's like black and roll mixed into it, and overall there's a punkish attitude. So the whole thing is limited to 172 copies. I think it might be already sold out, or might be available. You need to check We Are at War Records and Crush the Desert Records. So now speaking about the cover. So this is the back, right? I'm gonna show you the cover and you'll understand why I say that a lot of people might get pissed, and why it's very simplistic yet not really that offensive. There's no dead bodies on it or anything written, like no fuck you messages or anything like that. But it's very effective in the case, like, you know, when some people sometimes pick up an SBM albums and they say, well, that album had like a forest on it, and that I looked through the tracks, there was nothing like offensive about the tracks, and then they found out that the band is an SBM. Well, here's the front cover of this one. You wouldn't make a mistake with this kind of album, would you? Just like in your face, like fuck you, and that's it. So yeah, overall this is some stuff, if you can get away from the political message. So yeah, Wolfkireg, Todesstrafe split, self-titled, released by We Are at War Records, 272 copies. Yeah, check them out. So that's it. Yeah, it's almost 50 minutes long. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this update. The next one I think might be in April. I might skip March because March is very busy for me, or I might do a small one, not for 50 minutes long. So yeah, let me know how you enjoyed this one. Should I show more merch, or should I skip the merch part completely? Yeah, just stay safe, be yourself, and I'm guessing, as usual, stay black metal. See you around.